ver, está. A ver. Vamos a ver. A ver. Oh my god, qué nerviosa. A ver. Vamos a ver. ¡Ah! Funciona. A ver. A ver. Oh my god, qué nerviosa. A ver. Ya, ok. Estoy viendo que tiene una cuestión de 10 segundos de retraso. Normal. Ya. Listo. Okay, testing. Whoever is online, could you just like type something? I don't know. It's the first time I'm doing this. Okay. Oh Dios, voy a esperar un montón. Ya, ok, esto, creo que sí puedo. A ver, voy a esperar un... I'm going to wait a little more, so... Anyway, give me signs of life, please. Let's see. So, who's on? Hmm, cool. I'm only going to put some generic music so, because it's gonna be super boring if I don't. I'm kind of poor, so even there's going to be like one or two commercials in the middle, so it's okay, I'm gonna skip them anyway. Sorry for the generic music, but you know, I don't want them to shut down my video, even if I'm not getting money at this, so whatever. Or maybe I am just talking alone, I don't know. Anyway, for the ones who are early here, I see two, I don't know if it's me and the other me. The other me is my iPad. So anyway, I'm starting this like hello. I'm going to wait for some more. Please, if you are another person who is not me, type something in the chat. At least say hi. I'm going to close this thing. Sorry, I just came out from work, so ah, yeah. You know what, YOLO, I'm going to start right now. If anyone wants to join in, at least they will skip the boring parts like dragging the file. So, anyway, I'm going to start. And I'm going to talk along a lot. So, anyway. First, it's exporting the files. As you can see, I have this one, which is the mockup. Then the era doodle and the Dora doodle. As you notice, it's not my style, it's more Eric's style. So, hey, I'm just adapting, and my main job here is being the colorist here. So, anyway, this one is the one on Wicker, so I'm just going to duplicate it. Sorry, my Photoshop is all in Spanish, but anyway, I live in Peru, big knowledge. And I'm going to duplicate it to the new type. How do you say it? No title, anyway. And here. Now I'm gonna sorry, I'm going to close this. Yeah, anyway. I'm sorry, I'm really, this is the first time I'm doing this, so be patient with me, please. Control T and reduce. So I have to set it and done. Now, lock. No, before locking, I'm going to put multiply. So I will know where everything goes. And I will just keep this one just in case. Rule number 2, put your background in gray. Yeah, because it's going to be far more easy if you have the gray background and you can distinguish better the colors. Now, let's see Dora. This is a particular style I use. I usually use vectors. So, but hey, Illustrator gives you just one set of functions you can use. So Photoshop gives you the facility to add textures, everything else. So what else I'm gonna do? I'm going to work this apart, and I'm going to make layer from background. Okay, multiply and new layer. Okay, I do this new layer so I can make another shape. So first I have the Dora here, and now from the file carpet I have from Boss. And let's see, I'm going to close this, and close this. This is the stuff I am given. First, I'm going to get a Dora here for reference material. That's at one. And just in case, I'm going to look here in Google another. Let's see, Dora. Okay, what I care is about this one. Copy image and now paste it here. Okay, so this is a blend like from Eric's style plus the movie version of Dora. We are going to use the pen, make sure it's in shape or format here. And now I'm going to select the color of the hair. Here, I am seeing that this is going to use outlining in another round. Don't worry. I go to trace. I don't know. I have it in Spanish. I don't know what the word is. Select the color and I'm going to use this one. Now, if I don't find the color, don't worry. For that is the zoom. Bear. So let's see. I started with hair because it's the funniest shape. So I'm going to start like this. Tracing all the hair here. If I don't see where it's going, don't worry. It's a lot of trial and error. One tip I have is that you have to have one hand in your mouse and the other one in your keyboard. Let's see. Here and in case it's not the curve you want, then with Control you can access to the direct selection that easy without having to change tools. Okay, I have this. All the lines are aligned outside. I can even do this. Maybe extremes in round and align it to the center of the shape. Okay, that's one. Now, step 2. I do another layer, move it up beneath the shape 1, and then I'm going to select Dora's skin color. In this case here, the main one, on the shadows are for the end. Okay. And I'm just going to trace her face. Don't worry, in this case I am not using the exact shape because this is the time where we can do some corrections. I see her face is more diamond shaped, so I'm going to move some of the what is the word? I'm sorry, the English I have from this, we call it nodos in Espanol, but I don't know how these points are called in English. If someone knows, please put the answer in the chat. Now, I don't know what is happening here. Where's the other traces? Don't worry. We can select these ones, put it upside, and put it in multiply. So it will be visible. And it will make the color pass through it. In case I don't want to select this, I have to put the lock. Yeah, that's a word. Damn, I have to practice my English really. I'm so sorry, maybe you're tired of my accent. So, let's continue. Uh-huh. If this has the ground color, don't worry. I'm just going to move it. Double click here and add the color here. That's it. Now, don't worry, it's not going to be like this as far as I know. This is where I have some artistic liberties, so let's continue. Now, as a teaching professor in drawing, I know, I have to see the correct anatomy of the drawing. Sorry, boss, but I have to correct some parts here. And this is the part where I get my Wacom. And let's add another layer, and this time I'm going to use it just for the skeleton of the shape. Brush, some black. Don't worry. In this case, I'm going to reduce the opacity here, just to see how it's going. This layer 1, I'm going to paint it in gray. Yeah, ready. Okay, so I have the head. Now I'm going to have this layer that I'm going to call just structure. For what is this? Don't worry, it's just my thing. In this case, I'm just trying to redraw the doll so I can see if it's correctly positioned. You know, human construction. It doesn't have to be accurate, just the way the body moves, or is constructed anyway. So this one is the hip, and should be like this. Now, it's a little kid, so it's not the same proportions. It can be shorter limbs. It doesn't have to be perfect, just enough so I can have a reference here. Because I know you like your drawings, but this is what I do, sorry. Not sorry, really. You pay me for this. Now, I have this size. I have to translate here. And yeah. And this is how I correct things in the title cards. Just a confirmation, I'm not trashing anyone who is drawing different than me. This is part of my job. I have another kind of training, so nothing wrong with it. Anyone can do it if you practice. And I know drawing hands is a very difficult thing, but you can do it with practice, like everything in life. 1, 2, 3, 4, another one. So zoom in. And here is another finger. If I don't like it, don't worry. The erasers is for something. Uh-huh. Music off, so I don't want to put like another thing because I am afraid that YouTube is going to take down my live stream if I put something with stuff. Okay, I have some questions in Twitter. And I have one that says, "Why did Erod block me?" And there are two options. You either told him something that you didn't think it was offensive at all, or the other option is that you liked something that he didn't like, and or went away against him, like the other thing that happened another month ago, and simply you got blocked because there was a blockchain. So it's not your fault or something else. Or maybe it was. Anyway, I'm not Erod, and anyway, if he blocks you, maybe it happened because of something. So it's not a problem. Anyway, let's continue. More music without credits, no copyright. Uh, Copyright free. Okay. More of this. Where was I? Oh yeah, drawing the fingers. Yeah, and this part is a bit tedious, but don't worry, it's worth it. So here. Anyway, more questions, you can tweet me at ejoy-arts14 and I will try to chat with you while I'm doing this. Anyway, this is the arm and this is how the flesh goes. And here are the links. So, the shoulder goes here and by perspective, this arm should be even shorter. In the case, I'm going to extend it. The elbow actually goes here. And remember, in this case, the navel to the half of the thigh is what the forearm is supposed to be like. So this length goes to this length. I'm doing it rough, so it will have less time, but it will take less time, sorry, but it's necessary because it's going to look weird even if I color it. So first we have to correct the anatomy. This part is important because you have to draw the object, so there won't be confusion of how the hand is going around the thing. Let's see. Let's turn off the reference for a while. I'm going to put it upside up and here. Here it is. So the thing is going here. And let's see the structure here. Now, don't worry, for that is the corrections. So the armpit is here, the shoulder here, This is the chest line, and then it will should be here. Now, if I leave it too long, don't worry. I get the lasso tool, and shrink it a little. So my model in Canon should have like 4 or 5 heads. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's okay. Another one here, and this one here. Don't worry, like I told you, this is just sketching. So, let's see how correct this one. I think it has a lot of cursor, right? So we are going to reduce this one. I know it looks weird, but don't worry, it's part of the process. So here and here. Remember, this one goes in front. And now we're seeing that the head is too big. Don't worry. That's the beauty of working in Photoshop. You can change some stuff here. And ready. Now it looks like a human. Now that it wasn't before. But better. Let's see. Head here. What was this thing? Oh yeah, the eyeball. Yeah, right. I'm going to delete this because I am not going to use it, frankly. Sorry, boss. And now the structure is here. The head is here. And this is my guidelines. I'm going to reduce it at the proportion is set. So head here. And here. Okay. Enter. And now let's draw the monkey. Returning to structure, I'm going to redraw the monkey. So, I'm sorry, I don't know how the monkey is called. But anyway, here's the monkey one. I'm going to add some reference lines here. And here we go. Like I told you, everything needs a structure. I'm going to turn off the heads just a little bit so I can see how the monkey is supposed to be positioned. So, hands here, and the tail is supposed to go around the arm. Around here, and don't worry, we're going to make it look pretty. Don't ever forget the middle line because you have to know where the center is. Also the line for the eyes. And we are going to use its layer. Anyway, so I don't forget, I'm going to just draw the direction of the flame. Okay, let's get ready. So I'm going to put this thing at one side and let's continue. So, head, and let's continue with the body. I have this shape for the head. It has a skin tone, and let's continue with that. In case I want to join the shapes, there's this option. I'm going to still work it separately. So I'm gonna do the body parts separated from the head. In this case, I'm going to do just the body, and then I'm going to clothe her. I'm trying to use natural instincts in this case. Just moving some parts here and having my guidelines as reference. In this case, I'm going to just use the frontal. Now, I prefer in this case to keep the legs separate, so I'm just going to do the torso and the crotch and this arm separated. So here and here. Ready? And the head up. Structure again, I'm going to put it up. And good thing I put in multiply. Okay, so head, the shape one. This is getting in the way, so I'm going to put coloring on it so I can differentiate it. In this case, I'm going to put a color bright enough, but still noticeable. Yeah, violet is cool. Okay, and reducing the opacity. Here, ready. So, continue with this. I'm going to draw the hand now. Here, the finger. If you can see the lines here, you know that these ones get only visible once I finish with closing the shape. Yeah. Hi, movie critic dude. Thank you for joining me. In this case, yeah, this is the easier technique I use because I love more vectors than painting the shapes on pixels. In vectorial art, I have more control, at least in the shapes. I'm still trying to get better in my pulse and everything, so it's a bit of patience, really. Here. Now, I know I'm not respecting my lines, but as I told you before, this is just reference. I'm seeing how the pattern is behaving as I am going along. Like I told you, it's just reference. Besides, I am just realizing that Dora is supposed to have smaller hands because she's a little kid. So, yeah, the proportions are like changing a lot. Thank you, thank you. Anyway, here, and now we have hand number one. Let's see with the other one. So I am going to use the other shape to make the arm for separately. So I'm confusing with the other line, sorry. Yeah, here. We established that this one was the arm. Practical advice for the ones drawing arms. Remember that, wait a second, I'm going there. The arm you can divide in three parts. In the first third, you make it wider, while the wrist it should be thinner. Then you have the elbow here, and you have to respect the muscle structure. So I'm adding a knot here and making it a bit curvy here. I'm sorry about my lack of language, but English is not my first language. And here, I feel like it's like too big arms, so I'm going to reduce it. Here is the direct selection tool, and here's the shape. You will notice that this is a blue line. I'm going to select these points and reduce the limbs a little. So you are noticing that we are still using the proportions here. This is a little kid, and one way to know if your arms are too big is if you are using this as the center, and the elbow should be around the navel. The navel in the new shape is here. So if I do an angle, the elbow should be aligning here. And this should be from the elbow to the mid of the thigh. So just a little bit. This is too long. I am going to reduce it to here, here. Understandable? I know for all parts, of these types of yeah, this is just fine. I mean, I landed on this job pure luck. Well, and Eric liked my stuff, so rest is history. In one part is because I like to make the correction of the cards, and I was like, no, I can do this better. Obviously, not trying to look like I know better. I just like to do stuff for the show. That's it. So here, let's go with the leg. So I prefer to do the leg separately, so I can put it on the body and have it in different plane no. How do you say planos? Ugh. See, I'm not very good at English yet. Some of the words are lost to me. But anyway, if I could just use Spanish with you guys, it would be way easier for me. So. Anyway, I'm just closing the shape because I'm still going to dress her. So anyway, who cares here? Now let's select this one and follow this. Here and here. I don't know how I did the fit so big, but see? This is why I'm using just a reference, so I can correct it on the go. Anyway, if I have to do one correction, I just select this one here and use shortcut keys. You can share this on Twitter, please. Make your questions. I'm going to try to resolve them in no time. Let's check Twitter how it's going. Fortunately, I have the iPad right beside me, so it's going to be a great help. Notifications. No, I only have that one. Anyway, if you have any questions, you can ask me anytime. So, anyway, Now let's dress her. The monkey goes later. So, the finger go later too, but I want to make sure I have it all in rule. Structure, guidelines. Here I can use it on the side. So let's move it. Smaller and on the side. Yeah, ready. I just noticed that without clothes it looks like Mati from Captain Planet. Moving it here, a bit more of hair is going to be fine, so it doesn't look much like Mati. Don't worry, I'm going to add another layer too, just later. So anyway, I have this one here, there's the button-up shirt, so here the shape. Let's use another not copyrighted music. Okay. What color it was? Oh yeah, the reference, right. What did I do? Oh yeah, the care. C, Control C, Control C, Control C. Yeah, ready. So, here's the reference. I'm going to use this one. New shape, new layer, and selecting color. I'm going to use the picker from the reference here. And I think this is the same color of the tree. Oh yeah, it's another one. Color selector and here. This is a darker pink. Okay, it makes sense. Anyway, so and Dora has a button up. Oh yeah, we are going for the movie one. Sure. So turning off the reference again and staying with this one. So I'm going to trace it by watching, just watching. I'm going to just use this one and I'm going to make it more loose with the shapes of the curves and everything. That's one. That's two. And now it was super long or super short the sleeve. Oh right, it was shorter. I have 3 people. Hi to the 3 people watching me. I don't know if the other one is my iPad, but anyway. Thank you so much for following my boring tutorial, but anyway. We have to all do something, right? Here. That's the sleeve. And I'm going to move it on the other arm. Yes, this is it. Yeah, that's also one part of why my coloring is that way. I use the cartoon reference and then I can use the color picker. So here, and I'm going to use the other tool. Yeah, this is the layer of the legs. So I'm selecting it so the new shape is going to be up. So, new color, it has to be the shorts. In this case, or pants. Remember, just the frontal color, we're handling the shadows layer. And for the lines, I'm going to use one of the darker oranges. And according to this reference, let's see, Dora 1 and shape 2. Here, she's using short shorts. So yeah, we are going with that. Where's the leg? No, the other leg. Oh yeah, this one. So, yeah, the tool here. I'm going to use this color I selected before and the frontal color here. Okay, just in case you miss the color like I did. Anyway, here, 1, 2. Make it round because if like a plain line, it's going to lose sensation of 3D or something. I don't know the word really. That's one leg. I'm doing the other leg here. And let's add her a little bum because who doesn't have a bum, really? I know she's a kid, but everyone has a bum, even drawings. So let's move it here and ready. Don't worry, we're going to make a trick later. And where's the leg here? Oh, yeah, this is the shape. So I'm going to just the movie version. Fun, especially going around, especially a huge raining storm happening on my end. Ooh, how's the weather there? Here it's starting to make a bit of cold. Well, the winters in my country are from finals of May to August, September, August, mostly all of the months. Yeah, the summer in US is our winter here. Yeah, much better. And let's write it up. Yeah, so this is the shorts from Dora. Now I have to see if she has boots or something. How are her boots, right? Um, Dora the Explorer movie. Oh, Florida, right. Yeah, I was in Florida when we recorded 300. It was very fun, but oh my god, it was so hot. And it was November. Oof, rains, yeah. In Peru, the region where it rains the most is in the jungle. Here in Lima, we're near the coast, and it's just like little sprinkles of water. It's still very humid, but still. Oh, thank you for for the like. Anyway, what I was? Oh, right, I was looking for the shoes. So here it is. I should have copied this one from the start. So I'm going to delete these two because they are taking a lot of space and pasting this one. Don't worry, Control T and reduce. Much better. Now the socks. They are tight socks. So now if you want to do the socks in the exact shape, not just doing this one, so I'm going to teach you. You select the leg here and a new layer. Now the shape. I'm going to select the color of the socks. So in the filling, I'm going to select this yellow. Okay. And I see this is the same orange, dark brown, whatever. So I'm selecting the lines here. Okay. Now I'm doing just the socks here, having a little loose outside of the shape. If you want this shape more rounded, you can do this with the line. Add here and in I don't know how vertices is in English. Anyway, here and the corners is going to be round, and here is round. Thank you, thank you. I'm having a hard time because I'm trying to convince Eric to do streamings, but he doesn't like that thing. He prefers to give it to someone else. But I respect it because streaming is not for everyone. I mean, this is not my thing either. I am just doing this just because, just to see if this is going to work or something. I don't know. But anyway, I thought it was a fun idea. Let me know if this is not getting boring or something. What did I do? Oh yeah. Okay, so here, and I am now going to draw the shoe. Here I am taking the liberty to add the soles of the shoe. Here and here. Now, if you did this with the wrong color and everything, don't worry. You can click here, take advantage that you're still with the pen tool, and you can still choose another colors here. Okay, and in this case we're going to do it gray because it's more organic this way. I know, gray, but in the lines here. Now we can add the gray. Yeah, looks much better. I mean, I see a lot of streamings nowadays. I'm not watching very much English channels. I'm more watching English in channels in Spanish. I see them more funny, especially because the quality has risen in the last year. But ironically, I'm not watching more reviewing shows in Spanish. I am actually watching other type of videos. It's like critics, but not from movies. It's just from other stuff, from other tubers, everything. I know it's lowbrow, but anyway, I like some of them. If you love Spanish, you might want to check out. Anyway, let's see, where's the sock? Here. So I'm doing another one, and I selected this one, this shape because I needed the color as reference. I am too lazy to pick it again. So I did this shape again. So what did I do? Why did I do that? I can place it above the other leg, and with alt click between the shape, between the layers, I can do this. They can adjust to the shape above. Yeah. So this one, and to make it look more natural, I'm going to select better the skin tone trace. So here. Oh no, it was here. Silly me. Anyway, here. Now it looks more like a Unity. Now select automatically, I select the shoe, and with Alt, I clone it, and I save myself 3 minutes from drawing the same shoe and maybe make it different. Yeah, this one and above. If this doesn't fit, don't worry. In this case, I can modify the foot. Hey, tell Eric to join because I know he doesn't watch my things or he doesn't know how I paint my tarot cards. Anyway, so the she has boobs. Okay, don't worry. There's another option here. So where's the shirt? Okay, this is the shirt, right? If I want to add her boobs or some other kind of curve, I can use the pen tool, tap the line selected, Oh, you're Puerto Rican too. Well, I am not Puerto Rican. Eric is the Puerto Rican one, but anyway, we're still understanding each other sometimes. But he speaks more English than I do. In fact, when we were at his home, the only time I ever speak Spanish in his house was with his dad. We were kind of talking about politics from our country, so whatever. So here, button one, and we move it here. Where was the button? Was it from this side? Okay, whatever, who cares? Changing the shape here and the size, and done. We're doing the simple version, so whatever. One of my older styles were with no lines, but this time I wanted to add lines to make it look like a Dora cartoon. Here, yeah, this is the hair. And where was the face? Oh, right, the face was here. I like to organize my layers because this is going to be like a big mess when I get this on. So I have selected the face. Now I'm going to do the fingers. Fingers might be like very simple. Yeah, the English thing is a thing about custom. I learned more English, ironically, watching YouTube videos than in my English classes. But admittedly, my school was very much better in English than other institutes I knew. According to the exams, I have like advanced English, but anyway, yeah, zero. Okay, what did I do? Okay, I'm going to like load this because I'm going to have a lot of trouble here. So selection, yeah, this is the finger one. Damn it! I'm going to deactivate this because, anyway. Finger one, finger two here, and a bit longer because this is the middle finger. Not that she's going to use it anyway. This one I didn't clone. It's going here and it's going to have the same shape because it's the ring finger. And once again, I'm cloning this one and make it smaller because this is the pinky. Now it's in. Remember, it has to have like a curve here to know that you have the right proportions. And now we're doing the thing with the... I'm going to get this finger selected. I'm doing a file because then we are going to lose track of everything. Another layer and we're going to do the torch. Don't worry, I have a trick for this one. Now, how do you do this more like good and without losing a lot of time? Don't worry, I have a trick here. One thing you can do here is selecting like a brown. And how do you get brown, you might ask? You have an orange here and make it lose some saturation. So it will look more like wood. This time I'm going to deactivate the trace, the line, outer line, yeah. I'm just remembering all the English I should know. And here is the wood. Now, new layer, and we do some of this. I select the color here, and a darker wood here, with less saturation, I should say, and here. Now I don't want to have like 300 shapes of this, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to deactivate the lines, multiply here, and opacity down. Now here comes the good part. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, it's 5. Remember, this is a horror movie. If we did the 4 fingers, it would be directly from the cartoon, and we don't want that. So, I don't want to make like 700 layers to make the texture. So, I'm going to add here the combined layers, combined shapes in this way. And every shape I do will be in the same layer. And I can do this however I want here. So this is the eye of the wood, and we are continuing it here. This is normal thing for me. I mean, I am a teacher in my day job on a graphic design school, actually my alma mater, and I am used to making this live for the students. So yeah, this is no big deal. I have I have experience with between quotes streamings, but in front of a class. So tell me if anyone wants to know anything about me other than what I do or how I am getting by. You can ask in the comment section or in Twitter with all the confidence. Yeah. So this is the torch. I'm going to make a group of this, and inside this group, I'm going to name it torch. Duh. And now I'm going to add the layer for the flame. Yeah, how do I do the flame? Don't worry, I will tell you. First is the yellow. I saw Dora movie with a friend after my last friend couldn't make which he could believe he was watching Dora movie. His reaction was funny. Lol, I know, trolling your friends with the movie. That's a classic one. I'm going to make it like another shape. Remember to turn off the lines here. This one doesn't need lines. So yeah, this and this. In case I want this out and the curve here. Okay, looks curvy enough, looks flamey enough. I think so, right? So here's where we apply transparency, and I'm going to put soft light or hard lights, one of these. I'm going to put this one. And now I'm going to make the orange center. So I have to make sure it's in RGB correctly because, the saturation. Okay, and now I'm doing the center. I always forget to turn off this thing. Anyway, here, here, and here. Now, there's another kind of thing I can do. I can put in normal here, select these two, make another subgroup. Computer from the Ables. Anyway, and strong light. Much better. How do you think? It does look like a flame, right? Something like that. I don't know. Anyway, torch here, and you can add. Personally, I thought the movie was okay, but it's not for everyone. Like they were making a review of this. Well, known fact, not every movie robust is like he hates it a lot. It's just an exaggeration, and it's more like fan requests. So what are his real thoughts? We will see. I know I I already know the script, but I prefer to leave it that to you guys. Much better. Tip for drawing boobs, guys. In this case, they have to fall naturally instead of getting just two circles and that's it. They need a curve in between the teeth and the rest of the chest. But anyway, that's my tip for drawing teeth. Ah, it looks more like a teeth now. Yeah. Don't demonetize me, YouTube. Hey, you can demonetize me because I'm not giving you money. Ha! Who's the fool now? So here, and now I'm going to make my own liberties with this. So Dora, come here again. Yeah, much better. So I'm doing the eyes from Dora here, and let's see, face. Yeah, this is the face. I'm doing another layer, and let's do the white center. Instead of the circles it had, I'm going to make the almond-shaped ones from the original design. Here, and let's add the circle now. Before, I'm going to make the group, and I'm going to put it no, it's for reviews for the show. It's always opinions, which is fine for everyone. Yeah, opinions are cool because, hey, we have all different ones. The thing is when other people take them too seriously. That shouldn't happen, but hey, it happens. It's not that you're wrong, it's just that you're thinking different and I'm thinking different. There's nothing wrong with disagreeing with anyone. I disagree with Eric with a lot of movies. Please don't ask me which because I don't want to get in trouble with anyone. Yeah, this one should be brown. Yay. Duplicating, Control T. This one goes without the line. And black center. Now it looks like Dora. What do you think? In this case, white. And look at the die. Isn't that awesome? Control G. It is group 1. Now, lazy hack. You select all the group. Take this out. And now, with Alt, you get it here. Now open the group, Control T, and rotate it a bit. I'm going to select the 3 circles and make it look down. Now, what I'm doing with this, don't worry, I'm going to tell you. In this case, eyes are going to be... Don't worry, I'm going back there. First, I'm going to take care of this. So, group 3. Yeah, that's an artistic goal. Like I can tell, Eric gives me a lot of liberties with his drawings, so I can do whatever shot I call. So now she's looking down. Yeah. One eye and the other here. Now, I'm not going to touch these eyes, but I need to subdue it to the shape of the face. What do? There are 2 options. The other option is make a layer here, a mask, then paint the mask here, and with a defined brush, I kind of erase it, but I'm not erasing it, just I'm adding the mask. So this is why I earn my money, because hey, anyone can paint just this, but I'm doing this. Nose here, and adding this thing. And here's the nose. Wait for me a minute, guys. I'm going to get something from work. Ooh, I have to do something. Guys, I'm going to on a break here. I have to make something for my job. Probando. Vamos a ver qué tengo en YouTube. What? Ok, volví, creo. Ya. Just in case, I'm going to try this again, so... Ready. Anyway, where was I? So, we're continuing here. And now the nose. It's, it's coming across like a weird alien or something. I'm going to adjust the shape of the face because something is not getting right here. Uh-huh. Now it is. Okay, so this thing with the layer here, I'm going to erase it. There's two options. I can use the eraser or I can invert the colors here and here. It's like erasing the layer. But no, we don't want this because we want the line to be visible here. So here it is. Now it looks more like it. Here. Now, don't worry, it's nothing to be worried about. So I'm doing this. From the corner here. No, don't worry, you didn't miss a thing. I had to attend something from work, but now I'm back. So, uh, okay, here, selecting the color. Now, changing the inside of the mouth here, and here's the orange. Now, if the line is too thick, you can reduce this. Now there's another shape. I can insert it into the mouth, and add it here. Now, how do I fix this? Don't worry. Selecting this, and now the tongue color is here. And here it is. What do you think? It's taking shape, right? Now, I promised the other layer, don't worry. In this case, I'm going to select this because I'm getting lost here. And let's change the music. But thing about the YouTube thing is that I'm going to lose the stream if I put some copyright thing. And I am dying to listen to good music. But anyway, what can you do, right? I'm going to put here. Hi, James. Welcome to the stream. We were just like getting finished with Dora, something like that. I don't know. Anyway, here's the other layer of the hair and putting it under the face. Here it is. Let's add more hair because we need more volume here. Yeah, I know. I'm like literally looking on my phone, no copyrighted music and lo-fi jazz because nobody cares about copywriting lo-fi jazz. Hey, how are you doing all this quarantine stuff happening? Oh yeah, about that. We're in the 70th day of quarantine in Peru, and I only got out of my house once because that day I had to take care of some things in the job from the bank, and took the chance to make some grocery shopping. So everything was like weird. There's still some people in the streets, not many. Um, Interesting thing. I almost got stranded in Europe. You know that, right? Funny story. Yeah, that was a thing happening there. I got back in Peru just in time for getting quarantined. I was in Peru last summer. Me and my family went to. Oh yeah, that's cool. I went to Machu Picchu when I was 17 because a prom trip. I don't know if that's a costume in the U.S. All the seniors get into a trip. All not. Most that can. And we get like a group trip from all the guys in the year. In my case, we were looking forward to it, but some were unable to pay or didn't get permission. My mom tells me in the time they did their prom trip, there was curfew time because the terrorism and all that shit. Yeah, quarantine sucks. That's of course one thing. Good things that are coming from this. Hey, there's less pollution. The animals are returning to some areas. There's less people in the streets, but the bad part is of course the economy. What can you do, right? Mhm. Let's change this thing. So anyway, about the almost getting stranded in Europe, that was funny. I was planning this trip for months, almost a year prior, and I was with my family in Paris. Yeah, I was in France. I feel like that since after my film master's graduation from university. I've seen a lot of baby turtles in the beach. Ah, yeah, that's the one thing. Of course, and the good and the bad, there's always a silver lining everywhere, but the thing is focusing on the good instead of swallowing the bad things. I have to keep turning on and off the player so I don't get lost. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, the almost stranded friends. So, everything was normal, and I departed on the 9th, and I arrived on the 11th of March. There was like everything was normal in France. I mean, the people was still going out, but there was considerably less people. Hey, I don't use Paint. This is Photoshop. Anyway, I got kick-ass photos from the Louvre and from Torre Eiffel because there was less people, obviously, but the thing was getting a bit troublesome. Anyway, so once I got there, there was like this atmosphere. I can't describe it in exactly. I need a monkey. Sorry. Ah, here it is. Thing is that it was on Friday when we watched the news. I was watching also Facebook that the president of my country was announcing emergency state. They were going to close the frontiers, and we were like panicking a lot. First thing, we were just throwing the towel because I was thinking already that I was going to be stranded in Europe. What would I do? What if my credit ran out? And but my mom didn't give up. That was we decided to depart right after my birthday because yeah, I had the fortune to spend my birthday still in Paris. Uh, at 1 a.m. 1 a.m. we took an Uber and went to the airport. It was like 2 a.m. We had to wait for the thing to open. Sorry, I get concentrated in this. Anyway, when we arrived to the airport, it was like 2 a.m. and in Paris it doesn't open until the 6 a.m. So we had to sleep there. There was like a crazy dude going around and talking to himself, and we were like, "Oh my God, the crazy guy again." What about no school? That's terrible because I am a teacher. Of course, I need to be accustomed to teaching online. In fact, there's still school. We have to continue the online classes. The thing is how the people are receiving it. Anyway, don't ever say that to me. I am a teacher. I need to remind this thing always. Anyway, back to Paris. So we were at the airport and we didn't know what to do. The airline was like, okay, how do I get my tickets back? And we were supposed to be partying on the Tuesday, and the frontiers were closing on Monday. It was a race against time. And in the end, we were like getting all the chances. We tried to talk to the attendant so they can get us on the plane if there were seats. Oh yeah, I'm a teacher in a graphic design institute. So it was actually my alma mater. Besides, it's not good to miss school. It's because you need to keep going with your education. I know it. Not everyone has the facilities to go online classes all the time. Maybe you don't have the equipment. In Peru, a lot of people are having trouble with the equipment. So it's not like it's a luxury to miss classes. It's actually very bad for the education system. Remember, I'm from a third world country. We are getting things like this all the time, and I am lucky that I have in a better position compared to what everyone else is going through. But anyway, I'm lucky to have this. I can't be very I can't be taking this for granted. So anyway, the thing is, there's a silver lining. Of course, there's no school, but we have to get the better of everything. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, lucky for us, we got all the tickets for our plane to be on time. I mean, there were free seats on the plane, and luckily we got all of them. Some people got stranded. I am grateful that my luck was different in that case. So we arrived to Mexico. We had to wait for another few hours until they confirmed us. We had to go to the counter again and wait for it to say, okay, you can go. And lucky for us, it was the thing. So we arrived to the country. We arrived on time before the frontier closed, and that was it. A cool story for the friends. Sorry, I could tell it better, but doing art and telling is like multitasking level 2 for me. Anywho, so here's the head, and now here. Sorry, I'm going to take this. I need to answer something from my boss. Uh-huh. Nada, nada. Okay, nothing else. I mean, I do like a school, but not my main school. I take 3D animation class. Are you in college or you still in high school? That's one thing that makes it different. Of course, if you are in high school, you're going to say that it's good luck to not have classes. Mm-hmm. This one here. Oh, that's why you're saying no school is good. Now I get it. I don't get accustomed to younger audiences. I am usually teaching to kids above 18 or something. Oh, another one from college. Okay. Oh, I have five now. Welcome to everyone just tuning in. So, we're in the middle of the card, and I was like getting into another story. I don't think I can tell it better because, the English. My English sucks. Already done with filming in university. I was going to start looking for a job, but this coronavirus came thing and closed the film industry, and now essential as non-essential. Oh yeah, of course. Well, it depends. The place where I work as a teacher is still functioning, but they were going to take measures. Of course, guys are trying to make the best of it, but hey, we have to work with what we have, right? So, ear ruggles here. Uh-huh. Getting boring. I'm going to put more music. Let's see. Advertising, please. Uh-huh. Oh, I am a teacher in graphic design area. I mostly teach courses for subjects for the first years. Mostly color theory and basics for Photoshop and Illustrator. Also, I teach another class for merchandising, which is the strategies for supermarket and other retail techniques to sell. The marketing stuff. Oh yeah, having a job is a blessing. I mean, I'm doing right now doing a lot of things. I am teaching. I also have a job in an advertising agency, and then I have, of course, these freelancers that I regard is of Blockbuster Buster. By the way, thank you guys. Wait for this chapter soon. Ooh, your father is a doctor. Good luck for him, and congratulations for that because he's doing a very hard job. At these circumstances, it's even harder. That must not be easy. So we are going to the eye. Where was the reference? Oh yeah, they are looking up down. Yeah, we all need a job. The thing is, if you are talented enough, you can make your own job. I was unemployed for 2 years, but I got by doing a lot of things. I was selling in artist alleys, I was selling commissions, the usual. During that time, I only had the title cards things for Eric, and I also was delivering curriculums everywhere. So, yeah, getting a job in an agency wasn't a good time either. Anyway, what else do I have? Oh, yeah, these things. Uh, yeah, this is a hard thing. I mean, my aunt is a doctor too, but she's on the administration part, but still she's at risk of getting something there. But anyway, enough of sad things. What did I do? Anyway, um, so happy things. Let's talk about happy things here. Situations here. I mean, in my country they reacted very fast, but the thing is that people in my country are idiots and they are not staying home. So we are still here 2 months later and 70 days of quarantine. But what can I do? We need to focus and collaborate because if we don't, how are we going to get out of this, right? Another thing that affects YouTubers who are working inside from home because the most affected I think are the travel YouTubers. Oh, the people from tourism, they are suffering good enough, right? Morra, ni que fuera mexicana. Hello, Dr. Angriet. Besides, isn't that like a very informal language anyway? So, we are like 6 people now. Great, great. So, this is what I have so far from the card. I spent 1 hour doing the Dora. Well, that and talking to you guys, but it's okay. It will be boring than anywhere else, right? The company is good too when I'm doing these things. How much do I take to make one of these? Usually, the average card takes me like 3 to 5 hours. Did you see the Dora and the little video girl? I didn't like it either. Truth is, I didn't watch it yet. I only get what is going on with it because I read the script. Yeah, I didn't have time to watch it either. So you are noticing that I'm taking a lot of artistic liberties with the sketch too, because this one was the real sketch that Eric sent me, but I always have the right call to make some modifications. In this case, I opted to make this. I know it looks weird, but hey, it's a shot I'm taking. So hands go here, right? So the face here, right? Monkey paw here. And this one goes here. Anyway, you can ask anything else. Remember, try to connect the episode happens because it's going to be very, very funny. Spoilers, not because I already read the script. Now, what happens when the layers here? I have to drag this out below the shirt layer. So we are now cool with this. Yeah, of course it's funny. Well, it's not a funny making it, but anyway, if we are in good company, everything can be funny. It's not that I'm the most interesting people in the world, but hey, let's see. Yeah, this is the line of this thing here. Thing is that I don't usually add that much detail, but that's me. I have to. It's like an obligation to make it cool. I didn't see My Little Pony. I mean, I hear that the cartoon is fine. I hear also that the fans are a bit scary. Not that every pony fan is scary. I mean, from the things I saw, it's like the BTS fans. They are very, very, very intense. Don't worry, go for your picks a bit. So, yeah, I haven't seen that much movies. The last movie I saw in the cinema before this whole thing happened was the Sonic movie. I like it a lot. So, one finger here. Oh, the pink fingers were there. Don't worry, I have it under control here. Who's texting me? Oh, fool. Anyway, it's gonna have to wait. Let's see. The monkey. I'm going to color this in blue because I'm going to get lost from all these layers. I'm going to show you how many layers I have so far. And this is all just for Dora. Imagine it when I get to the backgrounds and Eric. Oh, I didn't see the Power Rangers either. I don't have very much time for to go for the movies. It's not expensive here actually. The movie tickets are like $10 or some. No, less than $10. It's like $8 or something in a good movie theater. That's Lima prices, of course. But the thing is the time because I wasn't very connected on the last year. I usually go with friends, so I wasn't very much selective with the kind of movies I usually watch it because I had to administrate my time. If anything, I'm trying to watch them more on Netflix or other streamings. Also, yeah, good thing for the pizza. I'm going to get dinner once I am done with this. So anyway, what else? Oh yeah, the thing is that I was not having much time with other things. I didn't watch many movies last year. I had this custom that I get a notepad in my phone and take note of every movie I saw in that year. 2019 that wasn't the case. I didn't take note of which movies I saw, so I kind of forgot what else was there. Um, Also, have you seen Parasite? It was so great. Glad I watched that on a movie this year. Well, before the cinemas got closed, of course. If you didn't, please go watch Parasite. It's so great. It's not that I am overselling it. It really was good to see. What was the layer here? I got lost. Oh yeah, this one. So I am selecting this, so I don't have to get the colors for the hands. Here it is. Now fingers. So what else did I watch? Oh yeah, I was getting updated on My Hero Academia. I love it. Really, I love it. I also was watching Shokugeki no Soma of Wars. I'm just going to do the fingers because I'm not getting that much detail here. According to the title card, it's just these ones, and that's it. Of course, you can just clone the fingers and get some alteration of the shape, and that's it. Uh, Little finger here, and that's it. Oh yeah. Outside of what Trumpet has said from the movie, it really was good for Parasite to win the Oscars. I mean, I saw it. I thought it was a great movie about social class, and there was a lot of subtext. Really, it's a piece of art. Flip, and there you have the other hand. And of course, we can't forget thumbs. I mean, the original sketch didn't have thumbs, but it's what make them a hand, right? So, one or two thumbs. Now, Ejoy, what are you going to do with this? Don't worry, you select these ones and drag them all the way in this group or above this. Ah, yeah, here it is. Now there are the thumbs. Now, according to this, I have to, how do you say go around the arm? Wait, okay, the tail. The only anime don't think I don't like is Pokemon. I mean, you think about it, it has a same opinion. Hey, if you want to see the Pokemon anime in other light, you can go watch the reviews on it. It's really good, really good. I mean, I still have a laugh, and I love how Sway narrated. So I know it's not in the Q&A. Which YouTubers are you still watching from the channel or something? Of course, I'm still watching Suede. I love his Pokemon reviews. I'm every once in a while I'm listening to Nick and Chris from Weekly Manga Recap. Whenever I can catch because they are now in another server. By the way, Chris, if you're listening to it, you are looking hot, dude. I don't think that Pokemon anime is that bad. No, it's just for kids. You know, the kids have other kind of standards. Of course, you're going to remember it in another light if you were a kid from that era. But now that you have notions of pacing and things, of course you're going to like see all the things that is flowed. But it's still a good watch if you have a patience for it. Of course, get skipping all the filler. And I mean, the filler in Naruto is laughable. The filler in Dragon Ball Z is awesome, especially the driving lessons. I love it, that arc. Anyway, let's see. The hand is here, and there it is. Now we can pretend that I did the complete tale. My little brother is a huge anime fan than me, and I a few here and there. I'm still a Pokemon fan, both the games and the anime. Oh, the games are awesome, of course. Everything. In fact, the anime exists because they have to avoid catching up with the manga because they have to, and that's the way the serialized ones. Because nowadays the some anime are getting into seasons, and that avoids to having filler. One thing is the world building, the expansion, but another thing is like filling all the arcs. Dr. Angry. Before the last couple of years, I tended to go to the movie theater once a month. Aside from Marvel craze, suddenly everything seems boring to me. I prefer to stay dead at home. The risk kicked me hard. Hey, I'm not 30. I'm I'm 34 years old. That's not old at all. You can do whatever you want with the age you have. So anyway, even if you are not into movies that much, you can still watch any streaming. I mean, if you have a Netflix account or anything, I was catching up with also series. I watched all the MasterChef things, and I love MasterChef too. One thing, I love Gordon Ramsay. He's my idol in everything. Here it is the tail, and now getting it. There it is, and now the tail is done. So here and now you're asking, what about the shadows? Don't worry about it. We're adding it later because I want to leave it to the end. So I did say a very simple thing, which is just Dora in colors, just the colors. So I'm going to group this, Control G, and this is the whole thing. Now I put the monkey there. Don't worry, I'm going to put it outside the group. Now that I have the group of Dora here, I'm going to duplicate the layer into the file where I have the title card. In this case, I already did a canvas from the size. In the case of YouTube, it's like what was the size? I knew it by the memory. Ah, yeah, 1280 or and 720 from height. So this is the group. I'm going to call it Dora. Control T and size. Here it is. By the way, Eric usually sends me some mockups. First, is how the elements go according to him. I have the liberty to change this according to to editorial distribution. I mean, I have to make some space for the title of a movie, and the logo of the show. Anyway, here it is. Here's supposed to go Eric. And now, where's Irad? Here. This is the drawing for Eric. Let's see let's see. I do love playing card games, whatever. Okay, I've got a funny question. Have you or Irad ever heard of Sir Norman the North, which is my answer for the worst movie I've ever seen of all time in theaters? Did you know there's a lot of sequels? So I'm understanding that this is an original animated movie, and Eric won't touch it with a stick because at he's sticking just with blockbusters. So he's not going to do a review on it because it is based on nothing. Also, I only saw it through reviews. I'm not watching the movie at all. Which brings me to one thing about the reviews is that they don't encourage you to watch the movie at all. So yeah, that's one thing. There about watching other things, I don't think I will ever watch it because I already saw the things and I don't have very much time for it. I would watch other things on recommendation, but only if I have time. Okay, so this is Eric, and I did a copy of the layer. So rule one: when you're doing any concept art, even painting things like this, you have to make a gray background and put it in multiply. Hello Kitty is the cutest thing ever in my opinion. Of course it is the cutest thing ever. But have you seen Agretsuko? It's it's for an adult audience. It's a very different thing, but it's from the same company, so Sanrio knows what it's doing. So I'm going to start with this. Fortunately, this is better constructed than Dora, so I'm going to use it like it is. Anyway, new layer and shape. I'm going to use one of the darker grays because this is for the suit. And now I'm going to deactivate the line. No, I'm going to use a darker line. This one in pure black because we already use the lines for those. Do you remember that I usually don't use lines on my tarot cards as of recent? Well, I'm doing the lines here because it is the Dora style. We will need to make it look cool. What's your opinion on the Shira series on Netflix now that it's over? Okay, I am very divided on this thing. I mean, I love it. I love it a lot. The thing I am worried is about the show being too politically correct. What do I mean? I'm not mad about the thing about the making the Judy couples canon, of course. In a character sense, it makes sense that Shira and Katra end up together. Oh, spoilers now. Don't worry, I'm not going to spoil the plot, just on the romantic thing. But Shira and Katra makes sense on how they wrote it. Also, I like that they were very open about showcasing LGBT couples, which is very cool because it doesn't get very much featured on media. But the thing is, I am not getting clear. It was mostly to please the how do you call it, the liberal crowd because they want representation, or they did want to make it because it's important for the characters. Don't misunderstand me. I think it's very good that they are doing this, but one part is doing it because it's important to the story, and another to to give some fan service to it. Yeah, that's a word. So yeah, it's very good, especially if we compare it to old Shira. And I am admitting it now. I didn't watch Shira growing up. I mostly watched He-Man, and that time was Thundercats on. Yeah, Okay, a good show now. You have seen Star Wars: The Clone Wars, well, the movie and the show. I've seen tweets from Miro finally watching it, so I'm happy since Hell Guido did Clone Wars reviews. If there's a Shira reboot, will there also be a He-Man reboot? No, the actually the He-Man reboot was handled by Kevin Smith because he bought the rights, and I don't know if they are going to make reference of the Shira if they get into an agreement. Let's see. Thing is that I really wanted it to have a crossover with He-Man, but anyway, Shira needed to have this own thing because, of course, they wanted to showcase the characters from the series, not be dependent on He-Man. Because, hey, like it or not, the Shira depended on the He-Man show. We have to see it in another light. So, for Eric's tone, I use some of the skin tones here. And now, if we are doing this thing, I'm going to add an darker for the lines. So here. So I'm doing a very without a defined shape because that's where I'm putting this. Here, 1, 2. I'm going to put this on front, and the arm stays here, right? I think it was not well balanced. I like it, but I felt rushed and unresolved. Yeah, that too. I mean, the plot was okay. I was following it on pieces, but at least it was on point. I mean, they didn't drag it more than they would. Oh no, I'm not watching the Thundercats Roar. No, I loved the 2011 version. That was so good, but I also heard that it was so expensive to make. Let's see. Oh, this is the T-shirt layer. So what was his? Ah, yeah, he has a black T-shirt. So here it is. And now I'm going to show you the logo thing. Sorry, this is from Job. Uh, yeah, I have the Blockbuster Buster file here. And these are the logos. I have a logo for the t-shirt, so I don't get in redrawing it all the time. So here it is, the logo. By the way, you can buy your Blockbuster Buster t-shirts. It's online. So here it is. Hey, it's not noticeable, but it's important to have many small details, right? Now here I do the shirt, the undershirt. 1 and 2. Ready. Ejoy, who's your favorite Powerpuff Girl? Mine's Bubbles. Actually, I can't choose because I think they all balance each other. Blossom is the smart one, Buttercup is the tough one, and Bubbles is the innocent one. Of course, they have their own moments to shine, so I can choose a favorite one. They all three are important. Let's see. Ah, yeah, here is the color. Now, here it comes, this one, and that's it. Which I am enjoying the most is DuckTales. I love the show. Of course, I got like behind 2 seasons because I only saw until season 2 because hey, I'm not living in the United States. I only have to stream it on whatever server I can get. Did you watch the Star Wars Clone Wars with by? No, I actually didn't watch the Star Wars show except Clone Wars from Genndy Tarkovsky. I I think that show was great because well, it's Genji's style. Of course, he's going to do it dynamic. But the only thing from Clone Wars I saw was in the theaters, the movie, and I thought Ahsoka was a very big Mary Sue. But after the new trilogy, I want to apologize to Ahsoka because the girl was really good compared to Rey. Really, I mean, Rey might be perfect and everything, but Ahsoka had more personality. And you can call me that. Anywho, yeah, here, and I'm going to add like little thing here. Ahí está. Uh-huh. Even though I like Star Wars Clone Wars, but Jar Jar still sucks. Yeah, of course he is. He's the blight. Look, I can't even forgive Anakin for everything because it's a writing thing. It's not there. It's not full of a character. It's whoever's handling the script of the episode, the script of the movie. Also, anyway, my brother is the bigger Star Wars fan, and now he's like disappointed with the franchise because of all the things they have done. I mean, Disney is taking Star Wars in a very different direction, and I am not feeling it really. The movie does suck, but the show got better in later seasons, especially in season 7. Yeah, I take your word for it. I mean, I heard great things about Ahsoka evolving as a character there. Also, Obi-Wan gets to do some great stuff. I mean, I didn't see everything, but what I saw on it on the cartoon clips on YouTube, it looks great. So I can't complain. Let's see. Uh, well, something else, something else. What else? So what else did I see? I know, it's no. I'm too lazy to change the colors manually, so whatever. Oh yeah. The gray and black. Here it is. Yeah. So anyway, let's see other things I like it. Um, oh yeah, I was watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I got into season 6, and well, yeah, it's very noticeable that it's very different from the seasons 1 to 5, but it's still a great show. I love this because since I How I Met Your Mother, I didn't see a sitcom that catched my attention. Also, Terry Crews. Oh my god, I'm a big fan of Terry Crews. Did you see the recent fan-made season 3 project of Spectacular Spider-Man? Now I don't watch very much Spider-Man because I don't get cable anymore. I mean I have cable but I don't watch any more TV. Mostly because I don't have time and also because I miss some of the runnings because I'm mostly out of my house but before the quarantine of course. Now I'm like, okay, whatever it comes, but I'm now roped with home working, so whenever I have time, right? Shoe one, and what did I say about the shoes? Do I draw them again? No, I clone them. Control T, flip, and go. Now I see that it's very, very, very big, right? And you know what they say about guys with big shoes, right? They have big feet. But this is not the case here. So you do art better than I do. I can No, it's having a career and practicing a lot. You can't be jealous because you are not practicing enough. So how do you get better? You practice a lot. I have a finished career in graphic design, so that's how I could because I studied. Things I say to my students in class, I don't fail them; they fail themselves. So James, if you want to be better, you practice. You get into tutorials, you try to see the best examples you can, and you get better, just like that. And here it is. Now let's go to the head. So this is an interesting part because you know that Eric used to draw himself more stylized. I think that the proportions here are now more like him. Hey, it's not a thing about talent. It's a thing about studying and paying attention to class. If you want to get better at art, then you take courses, subjects. How do you say it? Courses. See, English is not my thing. Sometimes I understand it perfectly, by the way. Uh, now. Okay. Quick, check on my oven pizza. Yeah. Don't let that pizza burn. It's easier to handle it when there's a small group of people in streaming. I know I shouldn't be saying that having less people in the stream is a good thing, but hey, it's more personal, right? My favorite character in Hello Kitty cartoons. I didn't see much of Hello Kitty in the cartoon. I mean, uh, there were a few on my local TV when I was like 9 years old, but that's it. I don't know anything about it having a show, so except when they did an adaptation of the Cinderella thing, or was it from the Princess and the Pauper? I don't know what was it. I do have some plushies of Hello Kitty anyway, so hmm. Yeah, now the hair. Eric says his hair is lighter, but I see it more darker in the screen, so we are doing this. I'm adding this color, and for the lines, we're adding the darker color. And now we're doing his awesome hair. Yeah, here it is. So, there, and here's the spiky. This actually took me less time than the last time because I already know the shapes and everything, so I already know which colors are where. Cat Sundance is a really funny movie. I love the movie. I don't know which one is it. I didn't watch it, but I will take your word for it. Oh no, what do I do with that spike there? Don't worry, I will handle it later. First, I'm going to finish this shape. Now, here's the direct selection tool. Here it's this thing, and make the curve less pronounced. And here it is. Now, eyebrows. This part is easy. Just do it here and here. Again, I draw it again because it has a very different curvature. And here it is. Now, again, how do I resolve this? Just make the curve smoother here. Now, personal preference, I am not a very big fan of the eyes with white balloons. I know. So I'm doing the black circle thing here. I know. Well, let's see. Yeah, the layer, of course. Now here, this one, and no light. Ejoy, have you seen Labyrinth? I love the song, especially David Bowie. I only saw reviews. I saw the Lindsay review, which was okay-ish when she did the nostalgia check. Then I saw. No, that's the only review I saw. By the way, do you find funny that Lindsay making more views than Channel Awesome? Well deserved, Lindsay. Really, her quality, her content is still good quality, and she's making very good deals. Also, she deserves all the views she gets. Go watch Lindsay, really. Now it is. Oh, right, the music. Uh huh. Well, does it look like darker in the screen? I have the I have it streaming next to me, and I'm like, okay, those colors are a lot darker than here. So yeah, I'm editing that later. Yeah, going back to. So thing with Eric's design is that Erod has like a mini goatee here and a goatee under the lip. I chose The World Falls Down as my wedding ballad. Oh, congratulations, of course. Of course you have the right to choose the whatever soundtrack is important to you. And a beautiful theme of that, that's okay. That's very good taste. I'm going to to listen from that later because I can't put very much copyrighted music here or my stream goes down. Oh, so I heard. I know that I don't watch that very much on movies, but I'm going to try it, really. Let's see. Mm, also, the nose. Okay. The nose is the thing because Eric has like this shape of nose, but not that pronunciated as he usually tries to place it a little and give it more a funny shape. So I'm using this chance to make this like this shape, and I'm using multiply because it's mostly a shadow thing. Now it's too saturated, it doesn't work. Putting normal and select the color and make it more brownish in a way for speaking. Listen, more saturation, and that's it. Oh, of course I love Dragon Ball. I love Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT not that much, but what I love the most is Dragon Ball Z Abridged. Really, go watch Team Forster. They are doing Dragon Ball Z shorts and they are doing unabridged, and I am a big fan of sitcom style office things. I love what they did as a group, and I am a very big fan of Team Four Star ever since. I love what they did with all the characters, especially Piccolo and Vegeta. I think they are the best voice work. What they did with Goku was good too because I also follow Masako X. He has a very good channel about talking about Dragon Ball related things. So, have you guys watched Dragon Ball Z Abridged? If you didn't, you have a lot to catch on. Everything there is great. I mean, they have a very good acting quality for the voiceover. They also have a very good writing based on how to abridge the manga or how to parody it or even how to make some character development that the show didn't do. It's a good watch in every sense. Of course, it's not monetized because you know the copyright. So if you have a spare money, you can donate them to Patreon to make them do more creative stuff. My friend's little brother has. I think it's pretty good. Everything. Oh my god, it's so good. Also, Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridget, I love it. Also, it's what started everything. They have to make up for the stupid movie Dragon. Of course, it's stupid. Nobody is going to deny it. Dragon Ball Evolution is a bad remake or adaptation of a movie, but now Death Note took that title from them, so it's not the worst adaptation anymore. Dragon Ball Evolution is like a third place of the worst adaptation. Second place is Avatar: The Last Airbender, which is the last Airbender and just. And first place, of course, the Netflix Death Notes. That's the worst of all of them. Well, it's debatable, and it's in my taste. Did you see the Sonic 2020 movie? Yeah, of course I saw it. I liked it a lot. Especially, well, it's not great on original, but it's a very step forward in respecting video game movies. That and Detective Pikachu. Of course, I saw it in Spanish because my favorite YouTuber was doing his voice in Spanish, so I had to see it. Luisito Comunica. If you're familiarized with the Spanish speaking YouTube community, Luisito Comunica did the voice, and you might say, "Hey, a YouTuber did the voiceover for a character." Yeah, he did. He was okay. He was still sounding like him, but he did a very decent job. So yeah, I saw it dubbed in Spanish. I didn't see it in English yet, but I heard that the English version was too good too. So that's it. Oh yeah, neck here. Sorry, I have to turn this on and off every once in a while because I am getting lost with all these layers. So, here, and I'm now doing the hand. Yeah. Yeah, of course, they are the best. I'm waiting for Sway to do the review on the Detective Pikachu movie. Or even, I didn't catch up with Lewis doing the review. I have to see if he did his run on that movie. Let's see. Yeah. So, yeah. One thing I'm going to make here is first these two fingers, and the other fingers I'm adding them later. I'm loving the Sonic movie film too, especially after my fan taste from the 2010 games like Happy Free Three Friends. Ryder almost made me leave the series until 2020 and made me save for Sonic again since I love Sonic. I never saw any of the series actually. The only thing I ever saw about Sonic was gameplay from one of my game on my friends in school, and he was playing the Super Nintendo. So I know Super Nintendo. How did it happen? Because there was a lot of pirate video games in my country. So anyway, I know I'm confusing. It wasn't on the Super Nintendo. It was in the computer. The old game, yeah. I remember that now. It's a very long time. Thing is that no, I only saw the game and that's it. I didn't know it had the video game based show or something. No, I'm not watching all the Sonic things. 1, 2, 3. See, I get lost with all this. And now I have to move this. Ah, there it is. Now, this hand was supposed to go here. Ah, here. Here's the hand. Okay, now we're happy. Okay, so this finger here. Okay. No, of course, I have no doubt that Sonic things are good because they have a big fandom. So, who am I to question it? I have a lot of Sonic games, comics, man. Oh yeah. So yeah, if you as fans were happy with the movie and it was really good, so I can at least give him credit. Yep. Um, Now the world is in peace. Okay. Finger down and here. Sonic plushies, yeah, they are a classic. I remember in South Korea there was a claw machine that had a lot of those, but I didn't take a picture. I was more concentrated in the death plushie. What else? Yeah, chat with between you. So I am now at the ring finger, and have you just heard of the story of this school ring? Ask Eric to tell you on Twitter. It's good. Yeah, one thing about the recording day was that Eric told us a lot of stories. And there was a story where he got run over by a truck. I know he already told it on his Twitter page. He told it on the middle of the dinner. Lovely, I don't keep saying to something nowadays. Yeah, it's the movie reaction, of course. Let's see who else is in the chat because I only see like 3 people doing frequent commentary. Here. And now I'm doing this larger so I can do this. Yeah. Okay, and wait. Advice for everyone doing Photoshop: always organize your layers because it's going to be like a very big mess later. Oh, and advice number 3: always save. I'm almost forgetting because maybe the light goes off and I lose everything. Save. Okay. Nah, I don't need this anymore, so bye. This one I will save. Remember, guys, every half an hour or 15 minutes save because I lost a lot of things when I was working because there were like 3 things that can happen with your program. First, it can just freeze and everything goes to down the hole. Two, it maybe is there maybe is a blackout and the computer loses everything unless you're on a laptop. I'm on a laptop. Are you excited for Wonder Woman 2 and 84 coming soon? Yeah, of course. I liked it the first one. Of course, it wasn't perfect, but I liked it. And I am mostly excited by two things. First, that, well, Gal Gadot did a good job. And second, it's a very different tone. I might add as a bonus that I love Kristen Wiig, so I want to see how she tackles Sheila. But I'm also scared because everything can happen with that adaptation, so cross fingers, dudes. Okay, so let's see how did Eric turn it out. Hey, look, it's very cute, huh? Now the how do you say palanca? Lever, yeah, lever. So I'm going to first group the things here. Hands, okay. The hands are here, and now I'm going to group everything else. Ctrl G. Here, and now let's name this one Top. Uh-huh. DCU got better after Wonder Woman's success. I agree, of course. I didn't see Birds of Prey. I didn't have time because that week I was traveling to Paris, and you know what happened there, right? Oh, I just noticed that this leg is too long, so we are remedying that. So, first, this. Now, selecting and contract it. Now, you might notice, how do I know the leg is in the right length? So, from this point, you divide in half, and this length is the length of that should be in this type. So, ready to go. Okay, and the shoes. Select this because they are in the same layer, and that's it. So tell me, how do you feel the Birds of Prey movie was? I mean, I didn't watch it. I'm not streaming it because I'm too lazy for that. Also poor because, you know, Peru. Okay, new layer here, and I'm placing it between your button and hand. ejoy-arts upset a Black Widow being delayed, it looking like it was. Hey, but you can't blame the whole situation right now, right? I mean, nobody was aware that there was going to be a mortal virus around, so it's not their fault. It's not everyone's fault. Imagine it wasn't the only movie that got delayed. Every movie got delayed. Besides, I agree on something. Sorry, I got lost in thought. Oh yeah, they opted to just wait for the former release instead of just releasing it online for streaming. So they might be having a big plan for it. So let's have patience for it. It was a very big apology for Suicide Squad rating, as Birds of Prey went for R rating as it should have been, so it's much better. Plus, hardly got better in this movie. Oh yeah, Mm, look, I know that Harley Quinn's reception was very fragmented here because some people thought she was good, some people thought she was like a poser here, and I'm between. I mean, it's not the Harley Quinn you know. It's the Harley Quinn from the movie. It's just what she does in this movie. Now, if I conform to this, the only thing I hate about Harley Quinn in general in the CU is that she has the tackiest costume ever, and everyone is cosplaying her like it's their standard thing. And they, on top of that, is they are not very good cosplays. So you get your picture. Thing I get that usually ruins it for me are the overhype because I might get that you are very hardcore fan of something, but the worst plan to sell something to someone is shove it down their throats. If you like one thing and you can convince someone to watch it, you just have patience and drop the title. Some, if it is meant to be, they are going to watch it of their own. I had this guy who kept asking me if I was into anime and thing. I mean, I was, but not in that way. And I was like, dude, come on, stop treating me like I'm Japanese. I'm not. I could have liked Birds of Prey and Suicide Squad better if Tara Strong played Harley Quinn. Well, yeah. Have you heard of Henry Cavill coming back as Superman in the CU and a similar role as Hulk in the MCU? No, I haven't heard about it. In fact, I am not very updated with the DCU notice things. I mean, it's okay. I watch it. I watch it when it's on the movies, but I am not like very excited to see the next one like I am with the Marvel movies. I mean, if they do okay, then I congratulate the result, and that's it. Uh huh. Yeah, let's give it this. Now I think about it, it should be like more rustic, right? Here's tip number 3. You can look for rust textures on Google. Here it is. Copy it. And now let's see. Control G and lever. Control V. And this is it. Multiply, and that's how you get the texture. Morbius will be the better movie for Jared Leto. At least he's making up for Suicide Squad. Yeah, of course. Now, I am not a fan of Jared Leto doing his metal acting, but hey, whatever if it's a role, right? So, look, Eric is done. Yay! Now, let's group everything. Control G and name it era. Okay, so you can do this. Duplicate group and put it in the title card. And here it is. Control T and Eric is here. Why am I pulling? Alright, I'm pulling the rest of the. Now don't worry, we will solve the thing with the trace. Uh, what happened to you here? So let's select this and change manually. A bit of this. Let's reduce the line. And 1. Okay. Now it is. Reduce the hair too. I'm selecting all the layers here, and 1. I don't know why it didn't scale the effects on the blinds, but whatever, so I'm looking for that later. 1. And here it is. I just noticed that the Dora is here too. What? A bit stronger, 1.5. Okay. Yeah, of course they are doing better job now. Good news, it's going to finish anytime soon, but you know, I have to adjust these lines. So, 1, okay. Now 2, 10, 9.5. Now, you know what, 2. Yes, 2 is the better choice. So, yeah, this, this. Let's see how I'm doing. See. I'm going to select all of these except this. And now 1.5. Why did it happen? Well, anyway, I'm gonna have to do it the archaic way. Properties. No, it's not. 1. See. No, info. No, it doesn't. I'm gonna have to. Okay. Or you know, if this doesn't happen, I'm going to do something else. I'm not going to select everything like a fool. So, Dora, bye. This is what we will do. I'm going to duplicate this first. And we have this group, right? Of course. Now, let's see. Right click, and I'm going to say smart group, smart object. So Control T, and now it will scale the line. Awesome, right? You forgot boots on the Dora picture, but still the picture is good. No, I didn't forget it. It's just that the perspective, the boots are still here. So I'm lazy, so whatever. Now let's see the background. So I'm going to check my mail because there are distractions here. Sorry, I'm not gonna show you my email, so I'm going to just check it on my phone. Eric. Here it is. Oh, right, here, the background. Let's see. This is my file thing. And now 2020, Dora Explorer. This is script, and this is the stuff he sent. Now it is. Tempo background. Let's open this. So it's this thing. Okay. And we're seeing this. These are the references, huh? Tempo background. Okay. Now, tip. Don't use these hearts because if you use these hearts on your thing, it's considered art stealing. I heard stream from my workplace. Good night, everybody. Thank you, Dr. Angriet. I hope to see you soon if I do another card. So yeah, don't use it because it's stealing art, so you don't want it. It's only a reference thing. So we're doing the hard way. First, add another layer, and we're doing some rock thing here. Another one here. And now this is the cheating that is not that illegal. We're going to use a rock texture. Uh-huh. Something in a good size. That would be great. Which size is this? Nah, the first one is good. Okay, so we copy image and we paste it here. And we add it here. Now we can group this thing together and subordinate here. And here you have the rocks. If you want to add more things here, you can add more figures. In this case, I'm going to add the bridge. Here, remember, I'm not following it on the footsite. Now, I didn't watch Star Trek. I saw the movies. I didn't watch the show because I don't I don't know where to stream it. But anyway, the movies I liked them. Especially the third one. I think it was the better one. Here and here. And there's a bridge. Now I remember that this one has instructions to make it retractable, right? So we're going to do this thing. Ctrl J here, and I'm going to move it outside of this group. I'm going to clone the layer and what do I do? Yeah, right here. Group and a smart object. Also, right? No, X. Now, what do I do with this? Don't worry, it's very, very simple. Clone it, filter, and lure with movements. 0, and you see that it's luring with speed. Here it is. We are adding less opacity. I don't know if that's the English word for the transparency, but anyway. And I will move this one here. In case I want to add layers, simply double click and the group will open in another group. And here now I will add the shadows. Yeah, here. Did you see Wreck-It Ralph 2? Yes, of course. It wasn't as good as the first one, but hey, it was there. I mean, it was very woke. I don't think I'm. The first time Disney was woke, it was funny, but now it's becoming very political, and I don't like that. But anyway, the story was a bit rushed because the whole message of the last one was staying where you belong. but still embracing what you are. But now Vanellope wants to go to another world and abandon her stuff because she's not happy with where she is. I mean, okay, everyone can go and chase their dreams. That's also a good message, but still, it's like contradicting your first movie. I know. There was another message there, but anyway, that's me. And there it is. Now, don't forget to add the under shadow because it's a 3D object. We need to simulate the shadows. And here it is. Now, save, yes. And here it is. So, let's see how we're going here. What do you think? Good so far, right? I'm going to group erode here. Okay, it's already grouped. I'm going to add color to the layer because I get lost. Dora here. Yeah, the cameos were good. I mean, that was the kind of smart humor it is. But of course, I don't like that it has to be so political now. Okay, so here it is. Now let's look for a photo of a jungle. Tropical jungle. Now let's make sure it's a photo because it's much worse if we steal art. Of course, you have to look for a licensed for a not licensed photo. I have a tool here that no, I can't. It's from my work, so I have to make sure it's a photo from the stock. It's a concept art or it's I have to watch it closer. Yeah. Okay, you're coming with me. Uh, yeah. Let's paste it here and expand it. Now, it's going to pixelate, I know, if I expand it like here. But we will do this. Filter and filter gallery. We will like add some filters so it will look like another piece of art. I know it's the easy way. I mean, it's not like I am going to waste like 4 hours doing a background for zero. If it was another thing, I would totally do it. But hey, we are against the clock, and my deadline is tomorrow. So the sooner I finish this title card, we will have the episode sooner. So here it is. It's not looking that bad, right? I wish Gravity Falls it wasn't over. Yeah, I miss it too, but one thing is that at least they gave it a proper ending because I would have died if they did mm, a forced filler. But it's not going to end like Fairly Odd Parents. Not while I am alive. So again, we are going to do this filter and motion blur. With an angle move it some about here on it with layer, and now brush. And this is how you do it. Now if you want to add the shadow things, you can add this layer with the gray and the multiply blending. We can do this. I'm only adding the shadows where they are supposed to go. I'm not going to paint all of it. But if you have like a tablet like I do, you can do the other way. You know, I'm going to do the other way. I'm just going to finish this so I can erase it. And this was a waste of time. Ha! We're going to do this. Layer with the brush tool. I'm going to get my Wacom on. And with this, I'm going to paint it. Now, this is a brush and I have to configure it to read the pressure. For dynamic, it's okay. Pen pressure, it's on, okay. Did you ever watch the Total Drama series before? Yes, of course. I like the first season. I also like the third. The second I don't like it much. All the others I don't like, exception of Ridiculous Race, which is far better than the others. So my ranking is Total Drama Season 1, Total Drama Season 3. No, scratch that. Total Drama Season 1, then place is for Ridiculous Race, then third place is for World Tour, and the others are fighting for the bottom of the pit. Let's see. Uh-huh. Yep, the size. Okay, so here it is. I'm going to just paint this thing and put in a multiply and down the opacity. Here it is. Now I am just adding the shadows manually. I like doing vectors, but sometimes the brush saves you a lot of time, so I'm just doing that. Ejoy, do you like Teen Titans? I'm not talking about the Teen Titans. Oh, of course! The original was good. Now, I didn't have time to watch the live action of Titans, but I like it so far. I'm going to turn this off a bit. Yeah, that's better. Now I see. See? We are getting in shape here. I am adding the shadows. No, this one doesn't go here. Yeah, there it is. Finally, I am glad. I've always wanted to ask that. Now I'm happy. Here's my ranking coming. Yeah. Yeah, share it. So, guys, you are into sitcoms or something? TDI 1, TDI Vulture, TDI, Ridiculous Race, no, Paquito Island. Oh, yeah, All Stars was sucky. It deserves a bottom. First, I think they messed up Duncan's character. Also, I didn't like that Gwen and was so desperate for Courtney. I mean, come on, she's so toxic. If Courtney got everything she had, it was because she was so toxic. Of course, it's getting a sequel. And here it is. The bottom has shadow too. Now, if you're wondering, yeah, of course I'm doing this. Now you're asking, hey dude, there is a kid. You're sexualizing her. Dude, don't. Have you seen the photos? Of course she has boobs. If I wanted to sexualize her, I would add her nipples. Worst anniversary season ever. It came before Power Rangers Mega Force Super Force, which came the following years. Well, I will take your word because I haven't seen Power Rangers since a long time. I only catch up because Linkara does these sweet reviews on Power Rangers history. What would you think of a new Mario movie coming in 2022? I hope they do it more like a game and they do it in a CGI format because in live action they have to avoid getting related to that other movie, the one we did not discuss ever. So yeah, that's what I think, and at least in these things of pop culture things. Sitcoms, do you watch them? What do you think of them? At least it's animated. That's good. Okay, let's shadowy run. Let's throw some shadow at Cam. In the good way, of course. Throw some shade. Alright, that was a joke. Sorry. I am so bad that English jokes are better for me written than spoken. That's why I don't have a YouTube channel. And if I had, I would do it in Spanish. Sabrina the Teenage Witch had a sitcom and Salem stole the spotlight. Oh, of course. The show would be nothing without Salem. I know the Sabrina on Netflix is good, but it doesn't have enough Salem. Now I am like trying so hard to get Eric to watch some sitcoms, but he doesn't like them, so I have to just eat it alone. For example, I love Friends. I want to see Seinfeld, but I can't find where to stream it because Netflix doesn't have it. I love How You Met Your Mother, and like I said a few hours ago, I love Brooklyn Nine-Nine. It's currently my favorite sitcom right now. Did you watch the Green Eggs and Ham series on Netflix? No, I didn't watch it. I have to a lot to catch on with Netflix. I mean, there are a lot of series that are getting popular, but I didn't have the time to watch them all. For example, I haven't finished watching Stranger Things. I only saw like resúmenes, abridged, yeah, recaps, yeah, that's a word. I watch I watched Walking Dead, but it got to a point where it just stuck. Just the sitcoms. I kind of don't like Big Bang Theory. I like the jokes. I mean, in story, plot, and everything, it's not great, but it's there. I mean, I am very easy to please in the jokes department, so yeah. For me, it's fine. I mean, it's not great, but at least Big Bang Theory is a lot better than Two and a Half Men. That thing I thought it was so misogynistic, and I mean, I am very particular of the dark sitcoms, the dark humor and everything, but Two and a Half Men was just garbage, dude. Say whatever you want about Big Bang Theory, but it was a lot better than that other thing. Here it is. Now let's show this. Glee was the best sitcom and musical too. Sometimes, I mean, I'm not very much a fan of Glee because it was sometimes. I can't describe it. I mean, the musicals were fine and everything, but Yeah, I couldn't start Rachel, and that kind of ruined the show for me there. I liked the other characters though. What else? Yeah, how it is? Yeah, like that. Good news! I'm also done with it with Eroth. What do you think? Let's intensify a bit the shadow here. Yeah, that's better. So the colors. Hmm. I forgot to reduce the line here. Uh-huh. What here? Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, now it is. Mm-hmm. Shirt. Yeah, this one. And nope, nope. EJ, do you like Kingdom Hearts? No, I didn't watch it. I don't know. I don't have an opinion really because I have to watch it. Like I said, I have not much time to watch things. But hey, if I have recommendations, I will make the time to watch them. So Kingdom Hearts is another thing on the list. You can imagine me with a note, with a notepad from Captain America, and that list never ends because I get a lot of recommendations. I promised one of my best friends to watch a voice love movie of Thailand. Oh, Disney Plus, yeah. Thing is, I didn't get if Disney Plus was already available in my country, and I'm not doing the plugin thing, so I have to be patient then. What else? So I am just getting this done, and then I'm going to like waste another night watching MasterChef. So again, so yeah. Interesting thing, season 5 of MasterChef has Leslie, and Leslie is the start. Good watch, go there. Now, if reality shows are your thing, I watched Project Runway and MasterChef and Hell's Kitchen. I like it. If I have to compare MasterChef to Hell's Kitchen, I definitely liking more MasterChef. It's mostly what inspired me to cook more. There was a time when I was unemployed and I was living off cupcakes. Yeah, I did a lot of cupcakes when I was unemployed. They basically saved my life. Now I am not baking anything. With the quarantine, it's hard to find flour, really. Yuya, do you have a DeviantArt page? Oh yeah, it's ejoy. I mean, I don't see. Let's see. I'm not uploading it for a long time. I mean, let's see. ejoy-arts, DeviantArt. Now that you mention it, no, it's not that. No, I see. I have to like. mm, Ahí está. ejoy-arts Professional General Artist. Here it is. ejoy-arts todo junto. That's my DeviantArt page. And I have some things, mostly the title cards, but the thing is that I haven't uploaded in a long time. Mostly because, like, the the fans from the from the fat from No, it's not offensive, by the way. I'm not being fat phobic. The thing is that there were like a lot of fetishists here, and one of the cards was the Vampire Academy thing, where the Erod gave a wedgie to the two girls, and I was like wondering why did that card had a lot of likes, and turns out that everyone was liking it because of the wedgies, and I was like, oh my god, you're sick people, and I had to delete it. I mean, I watch some furry things, but nothing too serious. But things people from DeviantArt sometimes scare me. So yeah, it's still there, but I'm not using it anymore like I did. I've seen reality shows like The Amazing Race and Survivor, which are inspiration for Total Drama. Yes, of course, Total Drama started as a parody, but the thing is, season one was a good parody, but they started to do it more seriously, reality show in the later seasons. So it lost the parody and became more ridiculous, more than being a parody of the shows themselves. Yeah, uh, like I said, my DeviantArt I have it a little abandoned. I have some things here, but it's not that getting that revenue because the thing with the Deviant art is that most people want to pay you the commissions with points, and I don't need points. I need real cash, dudes. I mean, I don't dismiss your money, but points are not my thing. Enjoy. I miss all the good shows on Cartoon Network. Of well, most of them now are bad shows like Teen Titans Tango and Thundercats Roar. Dude, I saw one episode on Uncle Grandpa. My brain died. That's why I'm telling you about Cartoon Network now. So yeah, this is it. Now we are looking for the logo. Yay! There it is. Now let's see where it goes better. No, I don't like it there. Thing about the composition, you have to look for the better location for your stuff. Now, here I'm going to select all of this. hmm I became in the category what they think we like rather than what we actually like for the drama, especially All Stars. They even went into their own Teen Titans Go Go drama. Oh yeah. This I don't watch Dramarama because I don't see the point. I mean, it's a parody from Rugrats and all the things from Kindergarten thing because I think Rugrats even became a parody of themselves. But what is the point of parodying that one? If you have to see a parody of a good kindergarten parody, it would be that episode of Drawn Together where all of them were babies. That was dark humor at its smartest. No, smartest not dumbest, but it was dumb in a good way. Let's see. Iggy, have you tried Devil's Food Cake? It's a chocolate cake, and I tried it before myself. It tasted good. Yeah, I tried to do it, but I didn't nail the recipe. Now, if you're talking about double chocolate, maybe it is, but I'm not sure if it's the same one we're talking about. Ah, what did I do? Okay, this. Ah, now it is. Rock 1 goes here and here. And rock 2 goes from here to here. And we're done. Now, the last touch. I don't like drama either. It's on the second season. Why do they get total drama high school series? Yeah, that would be interesting. I mean, we know they are all teenagers, except for the host, of course. But how do they do it in school? I mean, they are from different states in Canada, but sometimes they have to concur, right? Besides, they are supposed all to be one type of cliche in high school setting, so this is a waste opportunity. If they are doing them in kindergarten, I don't see the joke there, but it's already there. There are other seasons that deserve a sequel, not this one. But anyway, I don't know how the producers think, so it's up to them. Oh yeah, the logo. I was looking for that. See, I get sidetracked every time. So 2020 Blockbuster Buster. Again, my logo stock files, and I go to the BBB logo. Yeah. Now, thing is, now I am using a different logo because it's time for a change, especially if this is the 10th season. So we are doing like an upgrade. Yeah. Ignore, okay. Ah, yeah. So this is my dumpster of vectors where I get all the logos here. This is the logos I had to trace for the Blockbuster Buster cards. And in this particular, I had to do the ones for the Justice League title cards. This one from the other art that Eric commissioned me. And this is the classic logo. Thing is that this logo was born when Eric was handling all his stuff alone. So you can imagine how that logo was at first, if you can remember it. I did a bit update with the same thing, and now I have the liberty to use other things. So we're using this one. This one is the one I was using for the watermark on the photos of the shooting of the 300. So opportunity to use this one too. Control C. Uh-huh. I know, right? Many opportunities to do that. Redonkulous race was right. Yeah, my favorite characters from the Redonkulous race were the gods. I mean, they are what they would have done with Gwen. Now, from my favorite contestants from the last season, I think they did a better job with Jeff, but Brody was like, okay, he's just there. I mean, I could have liked them to feature Bridget there, at least in the finale, since at least Jeff and Brody had a chance to win. I remember the art from the older episode in season 1, and he was working alone like Transformers or Batman Forever. Okay, I lost the thread there. We're still talking about the same thing, right? Did you see The Land Before Time? I didn't like the sequels. Yeah, I only saw the first one. It was the good one. I can't be called the good one. And I saw it a lot of times because in my local TV they did a lot of reruns. A lot of them. If you are a Latin kid in South America, you live with three things. With Dragon Ball, with Sailor Moon, and Knights of the Zodiac. I am a fan of those three. And then you had the reruns from the other channels, and that included the Don Bluth movies. So we are doing the logo in black, so we are using the white variant. Since I am lazy to look for the other version or modify it, we're just adding a layer here. Here this, and fill it with white. Now the problem is that it doesn't have any more contrast in this zone. So what do? We keep the color here, erase this thing, and I do this little trick, which is outside shine glow, I mean, then add it like white thing here. Now if it doesn't look work in white, I can just look for a green that looks a little like the background and add it there. AJ, who's your favorite character from Harry Potter? Mine's Newt from Fantastic Beasts. I don't know, and I did a lot of fanfics from Harry Potter, of course in Spanish, and of course they were yaoi. Um, More easy for me is like, who do you ship from Harry Potter? And of course, Harry is like your standard character. I don't like that Hermione gets treated like Mary Sue, and Ron is like, what else? So if I have to choose in which character has more potential, it would be Malfoy. In fact, I think Malfoy should have been fleshed more in the series. Now, if you ask me who do I ship in Harry Potter, of course, Drarry, the Harry had more chemistry with Draco than he did with Ginny. Try discuss me with that. I think I'm going to white again. Yeah, let's here and add it white. Yeah, there. Again with the shine glow, I mean. Ugh, damn. See that? Size, not that much. Un poco más opaco. Believe me, I'm more eloquent in my tongue, language, whatever. See? So yeah, if that answers your question, yeah, I was a big Potter fan, but the hype like kinda got down a bit. EJ, I like a new Blockbuster Buster logo. Yeah, of course, we had to do something about it. Did you watch Trolls World Tour or Scoop in their new? No, I didn't watch any of them. I mean, I don't watch the cartoon releases in the moment because I live in another country, so it's very difficult to get that here. Or if I am streaming them, I would need to stream it on pirate, and I don't do that, and not anymore at least. Now I can add this. There it is. So take a look at it. What do you think? I need to add something else or not? I'm going to save it because if it closes and I didn't save anything, it's going to give me a stroke. Uh, BBB 3. Oh my god, we are in the 310th? Wow. I've been doing these cards for 7 years now. So there it is. We are there now, and if there's no correction, the card stays that way. So what do you think? It took some time. When at which hour? Oh my god, we have been here for 3 hours? I don't know if apologizing or thank you all for staying so long with me. So well, it was fun for me. I don't know if it was fun for you. I mean, it's yeah, for years. I mean, I was a fan too. In fact, that's how I landed this job. I was a fan too. I sent him a fan mail and I offered my job, my work here, because I was like, dude, I like your show. I know you're underrated, but I think you can do better with your cards. I can do that. Uh-huh. Save us. And now you put it in JPG. And now here. Ta-da! Take a look of it because it's going now. It's going now. So, we finished the work today. What do you think? I mean, it was a very long stream, but it's a very short time considering the kind of cards we did. Also, don't miss this episode. It was fun. Like I always enjoyed everything Euro contest, so watching the title card creation was a fun thing. Yeah, I wanted to experiment with the live streaming thing because everyone is doing now because of the quarantine. I wanted to know if I was made for this, but hey, maybe not. Maybe I will do it again. What do you think? If you want another streaming of this, make it now on Twitter. I will be on checking that. So I'm going to make a last revision of my Twitter account to see if there's another question now. Let's see. There's a question from Ruidi Gomez. I think I answered that before. I'm going to answer it again. I enjoyed the person. Thank you so much. Um, Rudy Gomez asks, use the opportunity to ask him why he blocked me, thanks. Well, I don't know if he's watching the streaming, I think not, but I'm answering for him. There are three options to which why you get blocked from your Twitter. One, you maybe are following people who should not be followed. Two, maybe you like it one thing that should not be liked and those two things grant you a chain block. He's not blocking you personally. Maybe he ran a chain block to avoid that toxicity. And you were collateral damage, unfortunately. And the third option is that maybe you were kind of disrespectful with him and you didn't notice. Besides, if you're not familiarized with how Eric talks on Twitter, then you must know that he has a very blunt sense of humor. And the ones that are familiarized with him are very accustomed by now. So yeah, it's not for everyone. I get it. That was a question from Twitter, the only one I got for Twitter. The most fun chat was here in the YouTube stream, so wait, thank you so much, guys. So I'm answering this before signing off. Ejoy, did you see the Gummy Bears cartoon? I saw some episode. I think the only episode I remember was when they were doing sweets and they didn't know how the chef did it and he was like pretending that he did everything with magical ingredients. It was a long time ago, but yeah, I catched like two episodes and it was okay. Not to the point I became a super fan like I did with Darkwing Dog and everything, but hey, it was part of the Disney classic, so I can't complain. So anyway, I'm getting now on camera, so you can have a good look after. Uh huh. Uh huh. I don't know how to switch from the camera, so I'm going to say goodbye, guys. Thank you so much for watching me. It was very fun, at least for me. I don't know for you. I hope we are more in the next streaming if there's one. But if you want more and you want to see the other cards, make me know it on Twitter or make it or tag Erod and say, hey, the streamings are a good thing. So thank you once again, and I will see you soon. So yeah, that's a view from my studio, and I'm just getting these ones there. I do collect Pokemon too. I have this one, and my favorite plushie from the line. Oops, sorry, is this one. I love Magikarp. If you want to give me something, it has to be a Magikarp. And maybe a Gyarados. But anyway, Magikarp is my favorite, and this one is the best because I got it in South Korea when I was there in 2018. I got it for like $3, which no $3 no, it was like $10. Yeah, it was very cheap, but it was very difficult to get because mostly it was in claw machines, and I got it in a very cheap toy market. So yeah, this one is my favorite ever, and it's not on sale. So yeah, I hope you have a very good time too. I mean, don't miss school, but please try to endure. Every one of us are going to survive this. And again, watch the show. I mean, it's not going to be very long, but we had a very long time without Blockbuster Buster, so make sure to watch it. Give support and a lot of love. Well, of course you are because you're here. But anyway, I don't know what else to say. I am rambling at this point. And for the ones watching this right now or watching me and you don't know nothing from me, I'm so sorry for my broken English, but I'm originally from Peru, so if this was in Spanish, it would be a lot better. So yeah, thank you again for the ones making conversation with me. It was very fun and I didn't feel alone at all. Okay, okay, movie critic booth. Thank you so much. Thank you, James Loveland. And I don't know who else was connected here, but you two were the ones doing more conversation. Dr. Angry too. Thank you so much. If you are watching this again